Alright guys, your dinner was good, so I'll cover some more games. I'll do Revan versus Dobr game number 1. We'll go from there. Alright, welcome back to the Golden Gift Qualifier number 1. Hosted by Meta Plays, and we've got Revan here in the blue trunks on Poseidon. It's up against Dobr in the red trunks on Ra today. So another Alfheim game for game number 1 in this best of 3 series. Again, fairly standard smallish map. No water, so it's often hard and fast if there is a Greek or a Norse component to it. Actually getting a bugged fire trail there. I think that must be from the fireplace. That's probably what it should look like, eh? There we go. Bit of a visual bug there. So we've got Poseidon, access to that lure. So Revan's going to start pulling other huntables towards it. Here for Ra. Dobr's going to have access to rain. Probably not going to want to use that until he's actually saturated at least one town centre with farms around it, because otherwise it basically only works to block opponent uses of god powers for about a minute. Oh, here we go. So these deer are actually being pulled over towards the lure, but they're getting killed before they make it there at the granary, so just wondering where the huntables were being lured from. So it looks like Dobr's securing attack damage of Spearman relics, so that'd be a nice relic to secure early. Couple idlers there for Revan, so he'll retask them because they're actually technically part of a different huntable pack, so these guys just not automatically going to go on the deer instead. Looks like this has actually started pulling stuff from over towards the top of the map at the moment. Unleashing anything currently. It's nearly be about an expiry. Doesn't look like it's going to lure anything else, eh? Revan just going to finish off the cow before he transfers onto the other hunt. I mean, that has brought one of those Aurochs, but the other one's up there still, and he's going to want to get both of those eventually anyway. I don't know. Lure is a bit of a funny power. I sort of never really understood how it worked until recently. I thought it actually generated huntables, but it turns out it really just leashes them from around the map towards you, and it doesn't look like it's really doing anything at the moment. Maybe this other one's too far away, or the fact that Revan's got it this much around it, probably it's not pulling anymore. There's Dobr back at home. Wood in that tower. Protect his gold mine. Can always throw some more houses around here to protect the monument and the tower at the same time, so it's a good idea. Bit of pre-planning there.
Grig.
Alright, so instead of going for the hunting dogs tech for huntables, we've got a husbandry here for herdables. Carry capacity and gather rate, and he's also going for an early pickaxe there for the mining speed. We've got a hunting dog there for Revan, pretty straightforward. Most of his gathering hasn't been on herdables just yet. He will start going on the chickens first, then probably go on the aurochs last, I think. Just in case it can potentially... This little can potentially pull the other one and it can bring more villagers rather than risk losing one to it. So, very macro-y civ generally. I mean, I think Egypt across the board is fairly macro-y, but Ra in particular seems to be able to sort of boom towards the heroic. Like as soon as this town center finishes up, you just go some farms, pop rain, go heroic unless you get harassed super early here. So Hippolyta coming out in the field for Revan. She could grab her own girdle there, that might be a bit useful. Get a little bit of range damage for the Toxotes for the Greek player. But bearing in mind, Poseidon generally plays pretty cav-inf Greek, whereas playing around range is probably more of a Hades thing first and foremost because the Toxotes and Gastrophides bonuses. But probably next Zeus, because Zeus plays, well, playing as Zeus, you'd get all those bonuses for hoplites, so you just really pair them with a bit of range damage just to help them break through things, and you know, rely on them being extra tanky and have a little bit extra damage being Zeus hoplites. Weird that other aurochs hasn't been leashed over by the lure. I keep looking at that. Sorry guys, I just find it really interesting. So we got Flagstone of Buin, cheaper walls and gates. Not sure if it's necessarily the best. Relics still out in the field, I think. I don't know, I really like relics like Girdler Hippolyta because the extra damage they offer. And that's still out in the field. Canopic Jar of Vimseti. Faster infantry train time. Where we got the Odin Spear there for our Egyptian player. So I think the most useful relic's probably going to be the Girdle Hippolyta because it just gives you more damage per cost. Cheaper walls and gates, I mean, probably useful for the Egyptian player more so than the Greek early on, but late game it could be useful, save you a little bit of gold. And I mean, infantry train time just might save you having to produce one or two barracks, save you a little bit of wood. So, I don't know, I think all the relics are pretty even, and the effects themselves aren't massive, I don't think. They're designed to not be game breaking, but be a cool little bonus, and players often just ignore them in favour of, you know, trying to pick off a villager or trying to gain a bit of map control. And so, looks like Dobr will be safe behind that the starting towers. So he would have actually taken his guard tower upgrade. Don't think he would have really invested in any of the rest of them just yet. Well, there's been no upgrades for the sentry tower yet for Revan, but Revan's pretty safe to get on second town center. But that player's sort of building a second town center towards their opponent, while this third town center here for Revan sort of snug at the back. This one for Dobr sort of snug at the back the same. Revan's actually going to grab that last aurochs over there. There's still one at the top as well. Oh, there's a pair of them over here still. I suppose one of them didn't get transferred by lure. And all in all, I don't think that's been the greatest lure. Oh, I mean, it did pull a couple of early deer over there, which is pretty useful, but Revan's had to come over here onto the deer anyway. So really, the only gain was that one aurochs that it managed to pull. As well as possibly any of the cows, you know, if it pulled them towards the scout. Yeah, Dobr, having used rain and going to heroic age, like I said, he sort of waited until he got most of these farms down before he popped rain, had the last couple of them finishing up during. And so he's right to go to a pretty much uninterrupted heroic, but at the same time, Revan's going to try and force Dobr to have to go for this far settlement or play off 3. I mean, or play off 2. But it does look like Dobr's going to make sure he can secure it and secure the gold here, because there's 2 gold mines here. So Revan for now is pretty right for gold unless he does lose one of these town centers, because he's got these 3 patches over here, whereas, I mean, Dobr does have a couple of fairly secure patches here. But if Revan can put a fortress over here as well as have prevented this from going up at all, it'd be a really rough place for Dobr. And right now this is also going to impact his ability to market. Yeah, look, the cavalry's already over here to make sure nothing can expand out this side. Prevent the Egyptian player from gathering any easy gold other than straight under the Migdol stronghold. But there is, yeah, this one place that Dobr's managed to lock down. Even didn't manage to wall that section up. So a couple of walling builders gonna go down here, and there is a rock drop here from Dobr. Gonna pick off a couple of villages. It's gonna take 2 shots per kill with the Pitsukos, and the rock isn't gonna want to stick around because it's gonna lose about 80 health a shot there to the hero. Hippolyta hits really, really hard against myth units. Like Hippolyta or Odysseus alone is enough to pretty much prevent rock drops if you can have them in the right spot at the right time. But in saying that, Dobr's going to keep going for it. I really like rock drops. Like it really feels like the most mechanically interesting thing to watch in AOM. Like it, you know, it's like watching Egyptians without any rock drops is like watching fucking Terrans without doing marine drops in StarCraft or something, or you know, any medivac dropping in StarCraft. It's like, are you playing that way because you want to, or because you mechanically feel like you have to?
Great.
So our player's going to try and go for the same gold mine, but it gives Revan a bit of a tell here, and it's going to force Dobr to come in and defend it. While at the same time, Revan is going to try and push Dobr on this other gold mine. Dobr is trying to now go for the wood line, I think.
Gary.
Trying to raid. Bit of intel on his opponent. Go off the rock drop and defending at home. Ooh, a bit of side building here, potentially. Oh, Dobr, what are you doing? Leave the rock behind. No. The misclick there. Dobr using shifting sands. Some of the units here. They defend really well here, and he's forced Revan to have to retreat these gatherers. The rock is really low though. A couple of villagers getting singled out by the cavalry. Save down that locust swarm. Snatching another villager, getting a bit more gathering. So Dobr's looking to be in a nice spot here, and Revan, he's invested a lot to try and get this weird little wall off up, but it's sort of not been of any great value just yet. Let's try stealing a bit of gold off Dobr here as well, but again, he's not really been able to hold on. Rock, giving a bit of scouting vision, but not really doing a great deal at the moment. But that Batsukos, I think, has already killed 4 or 5 villagers, so it's been worthwhile raiding with that. This little proxy base for Revan, I don't think he's doing anything with it. The stables isn't producing at all. So Revan, nice curse there. Should be able to get all the pigs back too for a little bit of food later on. This is always quite nice if you can steal up every last one of those too. Some villagers having a retreat here for Dobr. I wonder what he was trying to do. Maybe try and put a forward MiG up here on his opponent's base. Not quite working out for him, but he's cut a hole through that wall off. Looks like Revan will be able to go for this third town centre. Kill that camelry. Does need a little bit more gold and wood to be able to go for a town centre though, so let's put those guys back on the berries. Rock coming to join the fight. Could be useful rock dropping even behind the chariots just to help support against the Toxotes for a little bit. The myth gauge here for Dobr or Revan, having to try and prevent chariots from picking apart his eco. Ooh, and a nice tornado attempt here for Dobr, but the villagers all garrisoned in time. They're not going to get picked off, other than one of them. But it looks like the town centre, without any defensive upgrades, no stone masonry or anything like that, is going to fall to the one tornado. Chariots stacking right on top of one another to try and minimise damage that they'll take, but I think they are all going to get picked off there by Revan. I wonder if Dobr's just trying to keep him busy while he attempts to be a bit creative. Ooh, with another rock drop, but this time he's actually brought a bunch of labourers to go for a quick Migdal stronghold and try and snatch Revan's other settlement. Ooh, Revan's going to go for this. I wonder how this is going to play out, because Dobr would have seen the... Oh, did he miss the villagers here? Dobr's actually going to try and slow the army down, but the Batsukos is going to get caught there. Revan is actually going to cease fire so he can get the settlement finished. So Dobr's actually going to get very quick siege works here as well. Batsukos is actually going to live because of the ceasefire. Fuck, what an interesting turn of events this has been. So Migdal Stronghold's going to get finished off here, but it is going to be surrounded when the ceasefire finishes. Don't know if there'll be enough time to finish another one off next to it. Whoa, is that a repair bug? Looks like repair bug. Yeah, that looks like a big repair bug then, because if Dobr had finished that off, he probably wouldn't have had to worry about this emergency wall. And these villagers would be well and truly safe here, but by the looks of this, they're all going to get picked off. Like that rock if Revan focuses this at the right time, everything's going to go down. Ooh, it could be a bit of a bait.
Make it.
Let's say Dobr had a panic and try and evacuate the Bills into the rock. Probably could have been disastrous because they're in Toxrody's range. So it's probably a good idea to just bring his army there, but it's a bit unfortunate for him to not finish off the Migdol stronghold there. I think he really deserved to. It's a bit of a bug. Sometimes when you retask back onto a half-built building, you've got to double-click, like have the villagers go up to it and start building it. Nothing's happening, and then click again so they actually start recommencing the building. It's just fucking stupid, but it is what it is. Many wonders of old games. The siege tower is going to fall pretty quickly here, but there'll be a bit of a watchtower creep here attempt by Dobr. He's got the villagers to do so. Pretty expensive losing that siege tower for a couple of hits from a villager though. These chariots probably need to get out of here. They're all focusing the storehouse, so this is really rough for Dobr. Boy, are you throwing this game on purpose? Yeah, so he nearly managed to get the storehouse for the cost of about 5 chariots there. Not the greatest trades there for poor old Dobr. Revan really relishing that, but at the moment, like, he's way behind on score. Stuck on Heroic Age against the Mythic Age Egyptian player. He's managing to harass, he's got the single Prodromos there. Working away at the camels. This Egyptian eco is looking really good. I think if Dobr can actually get on the comp he wants to get on to take some fights, I think this could go really well for him. Or just, yeah, keep split pushing like this. In saying that, the Greek army is very solid both in head-on fights and with split, like a base race opportunity, so Dobr's not going to squander this, and Revan is getting a few villages down around his main base here, and that market line's not really all that well protected, other than being obscured at the back of the base. I mean, surely Revan would know about the market line because he was attacking one of the caravans, so he's got to be thinking, if I hit down here I can cut Dobr's market off. So Dobr's having to defend with mercenaries, never cheap on the gold, these guys. 120 gold and they will eventually die just because, they've gotten old, they wither away. Not like regular pixel units which live forever. These guys, unfortunately, like us, have a limited shelf life. So it looks like Revan is going to try and catch the caravans. He's sort of on the wrong side to catch them. But I think when they drop off, they'll head back around this side, so oh no, they are going to head back over that side. It's only when they're first created they're going to head this way. So it's a little bit unfortunate for Revan. He probably needs to have them just park right on top of the market. But here we go. Atalanta. Is that supposed to be Atlanta? Atalanta. They're continuing to add more towers over that side.
Into you.
Well, this one cheeky chariot is just cruising around Revan's base. Revan continuing to harass these caravans. This is actually starting to go pretty well for him because he's found the side the caravans are on, so now he's attacking as many as possible and forcing as much of a disturbance to the market line as possible. Dobr's continuing to creep forward with towers. GG, Revan's got to tap out of this game. Well played, guys.